Hello, August here, and welcome to a collection video where I'm going to be going through everything music related I've bought since my original CD collection video, which I think I uploaded like 2 months ago or something. In the title of this video it's going to say April. I know it's technically not April, but it's close enough. The reason I've done that is because my plan is to do another one at the end of this month, May. So yeah. Sorry I haven't uploaded much recently, but the reason I was able to upload so many videos in a row so quickly is because I had a bunch of days off. And even when those days off ended, I had a bunch of scripts that I wrote during those days off that I could just record and edit. But now that's over and I'm fully back at work. I don't have enough time and energy to upload like every day. But I'm still going to try. And I thought, it's been a while, so today I'll just record something that's easy and fun for me to do. But soon, within the next few days, I'm going to have a top 10 favourite music videos video uploaded. And eventually I'll do the Beatles White Album ranking, eventually. But anyway, let's go through this stuff. So, first of all, I'm going to go through the records I've bought. And I believe, I think all these I bought since that video. So I'll go in the order that I bought them. So first one I bought is this Miles Davis album, Sketches of Spain. I went into HMV one day with my intention was to buy an album that I already love, and then I found the sort of jazz section, which is very small in that shop, and I thought, I'll buy a Miles Davis album, and in fact I'll buy a Miles Davis album I've never heard for some reason. I could have bought Kind of Blue or Bitches Brew, but I decided to go with this album, and I'm happy with it. It's basically, the clues in the title, it's like Spanish, it's influenced by Spanish music, and it's very cool. I kind of wish I bought Kind of Blue now because I love that album. But I'll buy it eventually. I'll buy a bunch of Miles Davis albums, probably. So, forgot to mention, it's on yellow vinyl, which is cool. Yeah, I'll show you the actual records themselves, because that's what it's all about. So, there you go. Very yellow. Like the album cover. The album was released, I think, 1960, so it is old. But you know what, some of the best jazz albums released, in the 50s, actually. Okay, so next up I bought Tusk by Fleetwood Mac. A large reason I bought this album is because I want to do some kind of review/video about this album. It was obviously the follow-up to Fleetwood Mac album Rumours, which was a massive success. It's one of the best-selling albums of all time, with many famous singles like Dreams and The Chain and Go Your Own Way and Don't Stop and Never Going Back Again and Songbird and whatever. It was a huge sensation, and they decided to follow up with something pretty different and weird and experimental, but I think it's an amazing album. And a lot of people, especially at the time, I feel like didn't really get the album and didn't really try to. They kind of were like, this isn't Rumours, so it's bad. But while I still like Rumours more, it sounds amazing. It just is. So also the record of it, the vinyl record, I'm very glad I bought, because it's amazing. Because this cover, it's kind of unusual, especially the other Fleetwood Mac covers, but I'm just realising the mic's way too far away, so I'm going to be kind of quiet in this video, so sorry about that. So, the cover's kind of weird. This here is a dog called Scooter, which was owned by one of the producers/engineers on the album, who would be at a lot of the sessions, so it makes sense that he's on the cover. And, by the way, Stevie Nicks So she was annoyed because I think originally this was going to be a photo of her, but then it got changed like last minute. And then not long after this album came out, Scooter got hit by a car and died. And she said to the guy that owned it, Ken Kylat, I think he's called. She said, "I'm glad your dog died. I put a curse on him for ruining my album, ruining the album cover." So that's nice, isn't it? So I'll show you the records. It's a bit awkward to get out, I'm not gonna lie. The artwork in this album is really good. So first of all, we have these sleeves. So this first one, we just have a basic photo shoot from Photoshoot, and you can find the video of this photo shoot on YouTube, I believe. And it's really awkward because John McVie and Stevie Nicks are like flirting the whole time, and the rest of the band is just standing there like stone faced. It's weird. But on the other side, you've got this really cool collage, which you can just look at all day, looking at all the details. It's awesome. It could have been maybe the album cover, but maybe it would have been a bit overwhelming. And then inside, you've got another sleeve, which has got more like photo shoot settings. This one's kind of cool. They're like all over the place. And there's another one. And here's the record. It's on black vinyl. And you've got that nice texture from the album cover. And then here, this is the second sleeve for sides 3 and 4, the second disc. So firstly, you've got this picture of a beach. I assume is LA, where it was recorded, I think. Or maybe I'm an idiot, I don't know. And on the other side, you have another collage. So, inside, you've got another photo from that session where they're all over the place, but without them. And then on the back, you've got this. I don't really know what's going on here. I know that's Lindsey Buckingham, definitely. And there's a microphone in the middle, and I think maybe they're preparing for a photo shoot. I have no idea. And then this is disc 2. I want to go through my favourite tracks, but honestly I think the album's immaculate. So some highlights on this album: Sarah, which was I think one of the biggest songs from the album. It's great. Obviously the title track is iconic. Save Me a Place, it's beautiful. Think About Me is really good. It's like Don't Stop Part 2. Sisters of the Moon is incredible. What Makes You Think You're the One, really good. I mean, I could list all the tracks really, but I am planning on doing like a review video on this album where I'll talk about all the songs in depth. So stay tuned for that. Next up is an album that came out this year. This is Paramore's new album, This Is Why. And I've never really, before this album came out, I never really listened to Paramore. They're very, I've always thought of them as a 2000s band. So, you know, I've heard some of their songs like Misery Business and whatever. But I never really was interested in them. And when this album came out, I didn't pay attention to it because why would I? It's Paramore. They're a 2000s band. What do Paramore have to offer in 2023? But then a lot of the reviews on this album were really good, and I don't know, I thought I'd check it out, and it's amazing. So I've grown to really love this album, and I think this will definitely be one of my favourites of the year, and I'll definitely go back and listen to some of their older albums. So let me show you the album. There's the album cover. Oh, and the back. Very nice. And you've got a lyric sheet on the inside, which is always nice. I like the way it's designed. And the credits on the back. And here's the album. Cool. Highlights. It's pretty hard because I think this is, a pretty perfect album, to be honest, in the track list. I love Running Out of Time. I had that one on repeat. Crave. C'est comme ça. That one got stuck in my head. The whole album's amazing, so yes. I've got one more record, and it is the White Stripes Elephant. And White Stripes are obviously one of my favourite bands, if not my favourite band. And this is the 20th anniversary release. When I saw it, I thought, that's a good excuse to buy this album. Many consider this to be the best White Stripes album. Maybe it is, I don't know. It's not a clear answer to me because I love all their albums. So this is a interesting release. First of all, both of them, both Jack and Meg are in white, whereas on the original, Meg's in white and Jack's got like red. But some copies have her in black, so I'm not entirely sure if the original photograph, she has it in white or black. I think it's white, I don't know. So, yeah, obviously, amazing, iconic cover in the back. And you can't tell on the screen, but some of this text, it like sticks out, which is very nice. And of course, you'll notice that all the threes are in the number 3 because Jack's obsessed with the number 3. Also, what's interesting is that the songs are it's 2 discs, even though it's not really a double album. I don't know if that's the case on the original record or not. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's on coloured vinyl, so it has to be. I don't know. Yeah, it's on 2 records for some reason. And yes, I said coloured vinyl, but this isn't any ordinary coloured vinyl. Just you wait. So here's the inside. It's gatefold. Very cool. First disc. First of all, on the front, you've got this soldier in a grave with red over it. Sure. And then lyrics at the bottom, the back. So the first disc. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. It's like blood red with these black bits in it. This is awesome. The second disc is actually a different colour, which is cool. So the second disc, the sleeve, it's got the credits. We have a guy holding a microphone, don't know. Lyrics on the back. And this disc is interesting because it's like, I don't think it is a colour. I think it's just see-through. Yeah. Obviously, you've got these paint splatters. So yeah, this is a really cool release. I'm very happy I bought it. Also, before I forget, it came with that poster that you see at the back, which I didn't even know was included, even though it probably said on the packaging. And it also came with a handkerchief that says, "I just don't know what to do with myself" on it, which is obviously a track on the album. Also, the poster that's next to it, the Beatles one, that's not new. I got that for Christmas, but I had it downstairs because I thought it's the only poster I have. So I thought it would look weird on its own here. So now I have 2. Both of them are back here, and hopefully I'll get loads of others. Now, favourite tracks on the album. Black Math, it's awesome. And the live version goes hard as frick. 789 is also iconic, but I don't need to tell you that. I Just Don't Know What to Do Myself is an amazing cover. Hardest Button to Button is great. Ball and Biscuit, really cool. Probably my favourite White Stripes songs. Little Acorns is underrated as hell. Maybe I'll just do a video talking about this album because I really could talk about it all day. Hypnotized and Girl You Have No Faith in Medicine, really good punk songs. The softer songs, You've Got Her in Your Pocket and I Want to Be the Boy, are really good. Great album. I could talk about it all day, and maybe I will one day. So those are all my vinyl records. now I'm gonna go through CDs. Now, I think I'm pretty much done with CDs now, and I'm fully on the vinyl train, because there's just not as much reason to buy CDs. I mean, I think for now on, I'm probably going to treat them the way I do with DVDs. I'll only buy them if there's a real good reason. You know, if I find it really cheap, or it's like a cool box set thing, maybe I'll buy some cheap ones just so I can have every CD of certain artists, because that's kind of cool. I mean, there's some artists like Radiohead when I'm really close to getting all of them, so I might as well buy the rest. But these are the ones I bought. But I bought these kind of before I started to buy more records, so if I do future collection updates, there probably won't be many CDs. But I'm not going to show these in order because I have no idea what order I bought them in. But first of all, Jack White, Entering Heaven Alive. And I realised when I was recording my CD collection video that I hadn't got this on CD. And I have all of Jack White's solo CDs, so I thought I should get this one. So obviously, last year he released 2 albums, Fear of the Dawn and this one. So this is like the more acoustic and low-key album, and it's really good. It's kind of hard to pick favourite tracks. The whole album's pretty consistent, and I don't like it as much as Fear of the Dawn, so I haven't really gone back to it as much, but it's great. And I also bought this Angel Olsen album, Big Time. I think it came out last year or the year before. The reason I bought this CD is a reason I bought a lot of CDs, which is to get myself to listen to it, basically. Because obviously with Spotify you have access to so much music that it can be hard to make yourself listen to an album, if that makes sense. Where if you buy it on CD, you kind of feel like you have to listen to it, which is why I got into CDs in the first place, pretty much. So I bought this album because I was like, I need to listen to it, but I still haven't. So if I buy it, then I definitely will. And guess what? I still haven't listened to it. So that was pointless, wasn't it? So that's why I guess I'm kind of, my passion for CD has died, I think. Maybe it'll come back one day. But I also bought 2 Paul McCartney albums. I bought this album which is called New, which I think came out around 2012, 2013. And I bought his 2018 album called Egypt Station. And I realised I haven't even shown the insides of these CDs, but I'll show the inside of this one because it's actually really cool. Because it like folds all the way out. I think with this album they went heavy into the marketing, so that's why it's all, I mean, the outside. This is awesome. The album itself is decent, as is New, and I guess I bought these for similar reasons to why I bought Angel Olsen. I was like, I haven't really listened to the albums enough, so I'll buy them, and then maybe I'll properly listen to them. Cause I listened to this album when it initially came out. I listened to it like 2 or 3 times, and then didn't go back to it much afterwards. And then earlier in the year, I realised I needed to listen to it again just to see what I think of it. But the problem with this album, it's so long that it's really hard to hold your attention, because it's got some good songs on it, but it's no Ram. And New I feel similarly about, but it's not quite as long, but it's still. Actually, I've listened to this album like once, so it's decent. But compared to Egypt Station, I don't like the packaging as much. I mean, what the hell is this? These are... Actually, I don't know what these are. I think it's like a... notes, I don't know. But it's really hard to read. And I think the manual's the same, actually. Not manual, whatever you call it. Booklet. It's just basic pictures of Paul live. And look at that. Those are the lyrics. How are you meant to read that? I mean, you can, but there's an obvious contrast between that packaging and Egypt Station. It's not great. So those are all the CDs. Gone through all the records and all the CDs. So what's left? Well, books, of course. So I think some books, I'm not sure if I bought them before or after the collection video. Not that it matters, because obviously I didn't go over books in that video, but the whole point of this is over stuff. It's about stuff that I've bought in the last month or two. So this one I might have bought before, I'm not sure. This is a Radiohead biography, because I want to get into reading biographies and stuff about music artists. So I bought this one. I haven't started reading it yet because I'm reading other books. But yeah, why not? I love Radiohead, so I'd like to learn more about them. And this is the one I'm kind of reading at the moment. It's a book written by Ken Kylett, however you say it, and Hernan Rogers, who were two people involved in the making of Tusk. Ken Kylett obviously was also helped produce Rumours, so he's kind of a important and iconic producer. And this is a first witness account of the recordings of Tusk. It's very interesting, because I think the reason I kind of want to make a video about this album is the background of it, and the recording of it is very interesting, especially Lindsey Buckingham and the way he's kind of pushing towards trying not to make a Rumours 2. He really wanted to make this album different and weird. So very interesting, and I'm almost finished with it. So. Another book I bought arrived like a couple of days ago. This is a book about Debbie Harry's first album, specifically about the artwork direction of it, because recently the album got kind of re-released on vinyl. It hasn't come out yet, but I pre-ordered it. And I don't think it's been re-released. It's an album that hasn't been re-released since it was initially released, I don't think, or at least not in a long time. So when it came out, I thought, you know what, I'll buy it, because I love Blondie, and this came out around when Blondie was still at their peak, so I thought it'd be interesting, because I haven't actually heard the album. This book kind of came out with it, which is about the art direction, which is based around H.G. Geiger, which was like a popular artist at the time, I think. I don't know much about it, to be honest, but I thought it'd be interesting to read, so it came a couple of days ago, so I haven't started reading it, but it'll be cool, I think. So that's pretty much everything I bought. I did also buy a Black Sabbath shirt, a Bloody Sabbath shirt, but you can see that in some of my videos that I've recorded since then. I forgot to get it, and now I can't be bothered. So there you go, that's my music collection, or everything I added to my music collection in the last month or two. This was fun to record, but might not be fun to watch because it's kind of just me rambling. But I'll have some more regular, normal videos out soon. So thank you for watching if you did. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye.